Welcome everybody to the second episode of Rattlesnake TV News. As per the format of the show, I'm going to be going through the biggest news stories from around the world this week. Stories that you may have even missed. And then, of course, we are going to be checking in with our wokey friends at Clown World to see how the all-important fight for diversity, equity, and inclusion is going. You do not want to miss this one. Starting off in Brazil, guys, tensions are still very high after Lula da Silva was elected president a few weeks ago, narrowly defeating Jair Bolsonaro, and many of the Brazilians were not having it. They don't trust the election system over there, so they have been taking to the streets for weeks now. Now, the Brazilians' indignation makes a bit more sense when you realize that Lula da Silva was until recently in prison for corruption and was in pretty dodgy circumstances released and then allowed to run for president again. Now, the media, as they do, are calling this a coup, which I'm not so sure about. I think that term gets thrown around pretty willy-nilly these days. To me, it seems like a very angry protest and one that definitely went too far, and Lula is definitely pointing the finger at Bolsonaro's people, but it's probably a little bit of a stretch to call this a coup because it doesn't seem like there was an organized political movement and an actual plan to overthrow a government and then an organized political maneuver in place. And then when you look at an example like Myanmar in 21, that was a genuine coup. The military came in and seized power in the country. This is a little bit different, however, but it is an evolving story, so I will keep you guys updated with that one. And now to everybody's favorite grandpa, Sleepy Joe Biden, who has this week brought some skeletons out the closet. And by skeletons, I mean classified documents. Sleepy Joe has had not one, but 2 batches of classified documents, and the matter is under review with his mates at the Department of Justice. Now, obviously, not too long ago, Trump was raided at Mar-a-Lago for doing something similar, and there's good reason to argue that what Biden has done is actually a lot worse. So time will tell over the next few weeks if Biden has similar ramifications. And if you're an American, you will be happy to know that amongst this scandal and an energy crisis and a crime wave and inflation, the government is putting their resources into the right place by going after the greatest threat to democracy, gas stoves. Luckily, we've got Dr. AOC on the case to let us know about the potential health implications and the potential for brain damage caused by gas stoves. And the memes are amazing. And if you thought that things were bad in Brazil and the US, spare a thought for Haiti, guys. The Guardian reports, earlier this week, the terms of Haiti's last 10 remaining senators officially expired, leaving the Caribbean country without a single elected government official as it faces a set of intersecting catastrophes: famine, cholera, devastating gang violences, fuel shortages, and economic collapse. So Haiti, that now has no government officials, is basically in a state of total anarchy where a power vacuum has opened up and rival gangs are fighting for that power. It's truly nightmarish stuff, and unfortunately for the people of Haiti, it's just another in a long line of devastating crises. Crises caused by foreign interventions, dictatorships, the Clintons, and natural disasters. Justin Trudeau and Canada have sent over some armed vehicles, but it's unclear about how much of an impact that will have with an already demoralized and impotent Haitian National Police Force. In better news though, our overlords at the World Economic Forum are having their annual Davos meet this week. And for some people, Christmas is their favorite time of year, Easter's their favorite time of year, their birthday, but for me, it's Davos time. It's a time when we are told what to do and how to live our lives by the anointed and enlightened ones, the true repository of all wisdom and the arbiters of moral good. A fleeting moment where we can be rescued from the fell clutches of our own free will and eagerly listen as we are lectured by billionaires who flew in on private jets about why we can't go on a holiday and why we can't eat a steak. And guys, you know I have friends in high places, and Rattlesnake TV has acquired exclusive footage from inside the Davos group. You saw it here first.
Can you believe all these imbeciles in Texas? They just put another prisoner to death.
And staying on the topic of climate change, another true beacon of wisdom and virtue, Ellen DeGeneres, has warned us that Mother Nature is not happy with us.
This creek next to our house never flows, ever. Probably about 9 feet up, and it's been going ever 2 feet up. We have horses ready to evacuate. We need to be nicer to Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is not happy with us. Let's all do our part. Stay safe, everybody.
Alan is reporting from Montecito here. And if you don't know what Montecito is, it's a gated community that's home to the likes of Oprah, Prince Harry and Meghan, and of course, Alan. Shut up, people of Haiti. We don't want to hear it right now. It is truly devastating to see the residents of Montecito at such a vulnerable time with all of this rain. Pray for Montecito. Pray for Alan. Now to check in on our wokey friends at Clown World to see what they've been up to this week. if we weren't there already. The Cottage Bakery in Blackpool has made significant strides this week in defeating the patriarchy with their non-binary gingerbread people. Oh, you think that's the taste of ginger, nutmeg, and cinnamon, do you? No, that's the taste of diversity. And in another story about how you can put diversity in your mouth, giant corporation Mars have put a boot in the testicles of the patriarchy by releasing an all-female M&M packet. Supporting women flipping the status quo, it says on the packaging. I can't imagine what it would be like to be the person tasked with writing this article. I mean, Jessie too here, she probably had a dream once. She was probably a young student looking for the next best story, trying to understand what's happening in the world with a twinkle in her eye and a glimmer of hope for the future. But no, instead, you're writing about the gender of M&Ms. But in all seriousness though, guys, this new Mars packet allowed women to breathe a collective and global sigh of relief. Oh, you think that's the taste of chocolate now, do you? No. That's the taste of liberation. And in the next story, Ukraine is now safe after Miss Ukraine donned this warrior of light get up at the Miss Universe pageant in New Orleans.
This warrior of light costume symbolizes Ukraine's fight for freedom. The warrior of light protects her country like Archangel Michael, who is a guardian of soldiers and considered to be the patron of kids, the capital city.
And staying on the topic of Ukraine, The Hill reports that the House Conservatives on Thursday bashed a resolution that called for a bust of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to be installed in the US Capitol to honor the Kiev leader. It goes on to say Wilson's proposal would direct the House Fine Arts Board to obtain a bust of the Ukrainian president and then find a suitable permanent location for the statue in the House side of the US Capitol complex. Now, some extremists might be thinking, this is a bit weird. Why would you want a statue of the head of a foreign president, who's got a bit of a dodgy record, by the way, in your Capitol complex? But me, I don't think it's weird. I think that the US having a statue of Zelensky in the Capitol is kind of similar to like a parent having a framed photo of their child in their living room. That's it from me today, guys. If you liked that clip, then click here to watch another one. And if you get value from my channel, then make sure to subscribe to Rattlesnake TV. Otherwise, guys, leave me your suggestions for what this show should be called. Like I said, I'm going to do a poll this coming week, and we're going to decide on the name. Also, I'll leave my details in the bio, so don't be afraid to hit me up. Till next time, guys, I'm Jake. This is Rattlesnake TV.